Hello and welcome to Archbold Furniture. The purpose of today's video is to show you the new assembly method used on the Shaker chest bed. The chest bed is a very dynamic offering. There's 43 total SKUs, different headboards and footboards at different heights. We have the bookcase headboard offering. We have both 3 and 6 drawer storage pedestals that are universal, a twin pole queen cow king. So this will be a running change to the assembly of the chest bed. That meaning the new way of assembly will not impede the old way that the chest bed was assembled. It is very possible that you might receive chest bed pedestals with the new bracket for assembly before your headboard and footboard have the hex bolt necessary for this assembly. Simply in those instances, you will use the old connection points, the pre-drilled holes in the hardware pack included with your headboard and footboard to assemble the bed as you always have. What we're going to go through is we're going to show you how we've added new brackets to assemble the bed pedestals to the headboard and footboard. Why did we do this? 1, to make it an easier assembly. 2, to remove the hardware pack. All hardware will now be pre-installed on the headboards, footboards, and bed pedestals. And 3, it provides for a stronger, more secure connection that also allows for easier disassembly if you were to ever want to move this bed to a different room or if you were to move to a new home. What we wanted to demonstrate here for assembling the footboard is a few of the changes we made. 1, we went ahead on our decking in all exterior corners and cut out an opening, which is going to allow for direct access to better assemble this bed to the headboard and footboard, and or it will give you the visibility needed so that as you remove the drawer for ultimately as easy of assembly as it can be, you will have direct access line of sight to your hardware. What we're demonstrating here is maintaining the old method of attachment, these insert nuts, and the hardware pack that shipped with the headboard and footboard. So these were used to assemble the chest bed previously. Here we're showing the 2 new hex bolts that are in place here on the post and will be universally placed on all headboard, footboard posts to attach to that new bracket we just demonstrated. All right, so now we're going to show you how this footboard and any headboard or footboard with a Shaker chest bed pedestal will assemble. 1, we'll simply align the footboard and, more importantly, these hex bolts with the new bracket placement. And then we will simply need to lift up on the footboard, let those bolts go into the bracket and drop into place. Now, at a surface level, the footboard is installed and it's not going anywhere, but we still need to fasten it to make sure it's nice, sturdy, and connected to those pedestals. You will have to use a 1/2 inch socket, about 13 millimeters, to securely fasten these bolts. Now that those bolts are fully fastened, that footboard is rock solid on the end of this bed. We'll go ahead and reinstall the drawer and simply repeat that process at all 4 corners at every headboard and footboard post on your chest bed pedestal. To reinstall the drawers, simply align the end of the glides with the black rubber stopper and push the drawer back into place. Sometimes it can take 1 or 2 pulls for it to realign smoothly. We want to thank you for being patient during this transition. You ensure it'll give your customer and delivery team so much added value in one of our best-selling items. On behalf of the 109 employees here in Archbold, Ohio, thank you for your business.